Previously on Getting Tabled. So, this is the state of the models since you've last seen them. As you can see, I've actually done another coat of the toad green. This model in particular really shows it off. This is the yellow one that was still very blotchy. You'd probably want to do a bit of a dry brush or some highlighting on it, but they do look much better now that they've had two coats. So begins the painting. Starting with the yellow, because this is the one that I wanted to see the most. In the case of the contrast, the yellows in the contrast range really were a godsend. Not that they're the only way of doing yellows, but it was a lot easier, and they actually worked where most people didn't think that they would. So that's one of the main reasons I wanted to test the yellow here. Now, this is the ogre brown. Now, ultimately, because this is a flat surface, the hat is not going to turn out very nicely. That should not be surprising you if you know how these types of paints work. You can already see where it's going to dry there. And now, I'm using that green, the blue, which is the one that I said felt odd to be in the green box. Almost went for the wrong colour. And I go back to our little yellow friend here because I decided I wanted his pants to be blue as well. So after the first coat, this is the results. I think it's pretty safe to say that I was very disappointed with the yellow at this point, especially given that this was over a white back. That blue is really pale. Again, not everywhere, but... And this is the point where I realised, might have been the wrong brown. But we still get to see how it works. And so I go for a second layer, hoping that that's going to fix the problem. You're going to see at the end of this video the results of the yellow, and I'm sorry to say that they're not very good. Going in for another coat of the blue here. Putting a little too much on it here. So I'm not deliberately try to pick it back up. And this is me not so much trying to darken it, because I know that's not going to happen, but I'm trying to get a more even colour on that shield because of the way that it dried. here we have the final results of our other testing. Needless to say, I'm extremely disappointed in this paint line. Now, as I said in the unboxing, I did know that they were not as strong as the contrast, but in my eyes at least, this is a complete failure, and the point in which I decide that I'm stopping the project to paint them normally. So there you go. That's me finishing up, at least at this stage, as much as my Bucky and I were going to do. I have to admit, I'm not entirely impressed. Editing Bruce here. At the point where I was about to upload the video that I've just paused, I saw that there was a comment on our previous video on the Instant Colours, which I'm going to bring up in front of me right now. Jason, I hope you don't mind me using your thing. I'm just going to quote you here. He says, I use these a lot. With a light grey undercoat, these paints are amazing. I don't know what it is, but they're a lot less splotchy. They seem smoother and don't roll off the high points as easily. These things also layer remarkably well, getting extremely intense with 3 or more layers depending on the colour. So, in all honesty, like completely upfront with you guys, I was about to completely well, not completely, but my advice at the end of what I've just paused was that I can't recommend them, other than the darker colours. But after having read Jason's comment, I'm going to continue pushing through. I'm going to make a third video on the intense colours and test these over the next couple of weeks, and then I'll give you a final verdict after a couple of weeks' time. That means that there will be a delay between the release of this video and the next one. I hope you'll understand, but given the comment that just came through, I think it's actually going to be worth it. And I think I was about to jump the gun unfairly. Thank you very much for checking out this video. If you're enjoying the content of this channel, please like and subscribe. If you're in a position to do so, please check out patreon.com/gettingtabled. You receive early access to at least 80% of all videos that we put out, and you get access to the video edition of all of our podcasts the day that they're uploaded. If you'd like to check us out on social media, facebook.com/gettingtabled is the most active. We also have a Discord server. You can email our team at gettingtabled@gmail.com. If you're on either Twitter or Instagram, you can find us at gettingtabled. And until next time, play more.